Good evening, everyone. Um, the title to this message is Practice These 12 Principles Daily. And spiritual principles, they are laid out for experiencing our lives free of unnecessary suffering, with strength and resilience to experience the pain and fear that must be walked through as part of life. As we embrace these spiritual principles, and that there are 36 that I came up with. You practice humility, love, forgiveness, harmony, truth, faith, hope, compassion, understanding, self forgetting, willingness, strength, wisdom, serenity, acceptance, courage, honesty, patience, um, brotherly love, self discipline, integrity, and service to others. In step one, we talk about admitting that we were powerless over our addiction and our lives have become unmanageable. And in that step, you be honest with yourself and work on acceptance. In step two, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. And in that step, you step into hope. You practice the spiritual principle of hope. Step three, we made a decision to turn our will over to the care of God. And I'm talking about a higher power or whatever you choose, whomever you choose to call God. And in that step, spiritual principle, you practice the spiritual principle of faith. Um, Hold on a second, guys. Um, Give me a moment, please. So then the, the step four says we made a searching and fearless more inventory of ourselves. And then that step, spiritual principle, you focus on courage. You move on to step five. Step five, we admitted to God, to ourselves, and another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. And that step is to be honest with yourself and others. Step six, we were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. And step six, you practice the spiritual principle of patience. Step seven, we humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings. That's step seven. And in that step, you practice the spiritual principle of humility. Step 8, we made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. And that step, you practice willingness. Step 9, we made a direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. And in that step, you practice brotherly love. The next step is step 10. We continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. That's step 10. And that spiritual principle talks about integrity. Step 11, we sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. And that step, spiritual principle, you practice self discipline. Last but not least, step 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to addicts and to practice these principles in all our affairs. And that step, we talk about service, we talk about helping others. Because by the time you finish these 12 steps and practice these principles in all your affairs, you'll be guided to help someone else give back freely what you've been given from another. The spiritual principle awakens you. It leads you to an awakening of a spiritual nature. This awakening is evidenced by changes in your life. These changes make us better able to live by spiritual principles and to carry our message of recovery and hope to see the addict who still suffers. Um, that's when we talk about service. Somebody is always watching you, so you can, whatever situation, whatever comes up in your life, you can practice these spiritual principles um, daily, and accepting that you're powerless over people, places, and things. Know when to step back. Know when to step forward. Um, Spiritual principle, surrender. It's also another spiritual principle. Once you've done all you can, you surrender, and you want to surrender anyway to the will of God. Um, Not my way, but His way. Throughout your journey, you're going to always have to focus and hold on to hope, faith, courage. Always be honest and patient, humility, willingness, strength, wisdom, compassion, understanding, truth, harmony, forgiveness, love. So many more spiritual principles that we you will find yourself practicing daily. You can call on them at any time. So you know the routine of the messages that come forth for the highest good of all. If you're tired of something being the way that it is and it's bringing you down, you can change it. Just don't go too far. Books, 12 spiritual principles. Page 93. So the first card that came out was traveling. And there's a little figure on this card. And it's not worried about the outcome of the path. It's just traveling through this beautiful life, through their goals, not worrying about the outcome, just traveling, letting the mystery unfold naturally. That journey will have ups and downs. Um, there's laughter, probably tears, happiness, joy, whatever you get through the changes and the traveling of your spiritual journey, all will be well, all will be worth it. The next card was Source. And the source, I would say, is the higher power, your God leading you and guiding you through your journey. And it's indicating that whatever you're going through, don't there's light that's going to be shining. Don't let your light die out. Letting you know there's going to be ups and downs. And as you walk your journey, there's a need to be friendly. Friendliness came up. See the beautiful tree with the beautiful colors. They're connected. Each one teach one. Each one help one. Um, there's a beautiful aura around the tree in spite of whatever's going on in the world. And as you look at trees, um, trees can stand for years and years. Just imagine you find a beat up tree and you embrace that tree. Like we go through life. Sometimes you may feel beat up, beat down, whatever, but the tree is still standing. So it's indicating that if that tree is still standing, so will you. You also have consciousness, staying consciousness, being aware. And there's also going to be times for letting go and letting God. Let's see what the wisdom of the oracle has. Wisdom of the oracle. Two cards. Two cards for spiritual principles. I said two, but five came out, so I guess five is the lucky number for today. And the first card that came out was higher power. Let your higher power lead and guide you. And as you practice these spiritual principles, you have a leg up. And as you look at this card, you see like two polar bears. This is the bigger one. And I would say that this one has a lot of wisdom and knowledge, but he's helping someone on their journey. And as you keep moving forward on your journey, you have a new life. Just imagine the beauty that life has to offer. Stay flexible. Let's go with seven energies. So the first card that came up was shining through. See that beautiful flower and then the light. Practicing these principles, you will be that light will be shining through. Somebody will see the light in you. Then it becomes an oracle's gift where you can give someone else with your knowledge and wisdom. You'll also be healing your heart. You'll also be broken open. And as you listen to other storytellers tell their story, and always be willing to let it go, whatever it may be that's holding you back. See beyond those negative things that we told ourselves, or those negative things that we held on to. That kept us stuck or kept us from growing. As you practice these spiritual principles, you're going to want to live a life of truth, honesty, freedom, integrity, strength, loyalty, passion, and all the others that I mentioned earlier. The next deck was Whispers of Love. And I need 4 from this deck. So the first card we had was Love is All Around You. There's love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this is truth. Let's sit that there. And we have Love Endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Next deck, Love and Light. So we had peace and harmony. Thank you, Raphael, for surrounding me, my life in a harmonious light. And we had move your body. Thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and energy, dance, singing, walking helps you with a better balance and harmony flow. If frustrated and angry or whatever, there's always things that we can do to help us on our journey. Spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. Signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. Our higher power is always with us. Have some affirmations. So we have, I am worthy of the very best in life. And now, and I know, and I know, wait a minute, and I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. I am becoming a better version of myself every day. Today, I am filled with energy and overflowing with joy. It's sitting in a meditated state with their knees crossed and the hands up. Meditating helps clear your mind, creating harmony and balance, peace, joy, happiness, freedom. Um, that is a yoga position. Yoga is very helpful. This next card says freedom. I have the freedom and power to create the life I desire. And we have the next step. You are amazing. I am filled with gratitude for another day. Mhm. The decisions I make will always lead to something positive in time. I am courageous and stand up for myself. Even my flaws have positive aspects. That's that. That stack of affirmations. So we have In the game of life, it's more fun when we were all on the same team, and I am in control of the team roster. Activate today's intention, which is called acceptance. I'll do my best today, no matter what. Even if my best is way, 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 way less than perfect, it still counts. Today, I'm going to fall in love with all the little taken for granted that make this world so damn wild and dynamic. The planetary design team really went all out on this one. Trees, flowers, clouds, hills, gentle breezes, touchscreen technology. When in doubt, give people the benefit. Everyone else is trying their best, right? Except maybe this person talking on speakerphone in public. I'm braver than I think. I don't have to suddenly slay every dragon in town, but I can definitely start the day off by looking one in the eye and giving it a slow motion nod. All right, those were the messages. Send a love and like. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. Send a love and like. See you in the next video.